Hello there guys, Feng here. Okay, so I haven't done this for a while. I'm going to do a very quick update video. It's now the 3rd of September. And September is kind of an interesting month. There's a lot of pretty solid games coming out in one respect or another. But we're just going to go through some of the updates for games that I've either recently already have covered and games that I really want to cover. Okay, so firstly, you'll probably recognise that this is the original Cataclysm with Dion's tile set. And the reason why I'm playing this is that there's no tile set support for Cataclysm DDA. Yay! I'm sure a lot of people are pleased with that. I know some people have an hard time trying to get into a game with ASCII characters in, that's understandable. It can take quite a while to get used to the characters, and the fact that this is now in is great. It's great overall. It's going to mean more people are going to be more inclined to actually play it, etc, etc. And apparently I keep getting shot by a turret there. I don't remember that at all. I actually do not remember that, and why I must have been a complete noob back then. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just let the turret keep shooting me. I'll learn eventually. Okay, so yeah, there's no tile set support. There's actually a tile set with the game now. I believe it's with the SDL version only. I could be wrong about that. This is what I read up on yesterday, so it might have changed today. But I thought it was worthy of at least talking about. So the tiles, they look pretty decent, to be quite fair. But the problem with it at the moment is that there's a lot of tiles that are missing. So there's a lot of question marks all over the place. And trying to do a playthrough, anything like that, with the question marks is kind of poo. I have actually, I'm so glad there's actually a toggleable option for taking the tiles off, because it was getting really annoying to try and distinguish what these question marks were. I mean, the problem is the same question mark is for everything that doesn't have a tile, so it's very difficult to actually determine what that particular question mark tile is. So I know it will get sorted. Don't worry about that. That will eventually get sorted. If it's not already sorted, I could be wrong. It could already be sorted, but it's just nice that we've now got this tile support, and I know for fact Dion is doing his own tiles for new Cataclysm, which is great. I mean, I love this set. I believe he's using some of the older sets from this set as well, so I'll be very, very pleased to actually be able to use it when it comes out. So yeah, that'll probably more likely my next update video for Cataclysm, if anything. It depends if 0.8 comes out. I have no word of 0.8 as of yet, whether it's in the works or whatnot. But I know there's a lot of stuff going through the GitHub at the moment. A lot of stuff, a lot of changes, and that's probably due to the tile set support. So it's not really surprising in that regard. So yeah, I believe there's also a community tile set that's being worked on as well, which is pretty cool. I cannot wait to see that at all. Okay, so next up we have the Linger. Oh my god, was this an old vendor? This again is one of my older videos. This is actually the newest Linger video from Fengferth. This is the one showing off the office blocks, which are really cool. There hasn't been an update for I think just over 5 months now, nearly around 6 months. And the reason for that, and the reason I haven't been covering it, is because they did a massive change to their engine. They've actually incorporated a new engine. I think it was called Beck, the big engine change? I think it was. And from the screenshots and from the weather effects, it looks pretty stellar. Also, they've confirmed that they haven't had one single crash yet with it. That's pretty big. Oh wow. The road with the grass is beautiful. It's beautiful. That's why you go love alphas. That really is. That is supposed to be, yeah, the new 0. Is it no? No, it's 0.10, not 0. 0.10 is supposed to be out sometime this month, although there's no definite date. Also, the game got greenlit, which is great, which now means that all the updates will be done through Steam, which is really handy dandy. I prefer doing stuff from Steam. I know some people don't, and they hate Steam, but for the actual developers, it's probably a godsend. It's just so much easier to do it like that than having to worry about other things. So you know that's really cool, and I cannot wait to see the new engine, and that is definitely something that I will be covering. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, no flashy videos for this one because I haven't covered this game yet. This is 7 Days to Die. Now, this game really come under my radar. I had no idea this even existed until a month ago. There was a Kickstarter for it, which got all its stretch goals obtained, which is really great. So this is a survival horde crafting game in the style of voxel, which is really cool. And there's a few features listed down here. So the world is, I think at the moment in its alpha stage, it's actually a static world. I think they plan to have it procedurally generated. Now this is going to be interesting because if that's not the case, then the problem with these types of games when they're static is that it can get very boring indeed. The Project Zomboid is a great example of this. Although the loot and zombies are naturally randomly generated, the world is not, and it can get stale very quickly without new surroundings, exploration, and this game does seem to want to reward you exploration. So hopefully we'll see procedural generated worlds, which would be great. Survival is naturally a big thing in the game as well. You've got to eat and drink to stay alive, etc, etc. Scavenge for bloody guns and ammo and weapons. You can also mine as well, which is kind of cool, and I think a lot of people will compare this to Minecraft. Let's face it, people have already compared it to Minecraft, but you know, it's not exactly Minecraft at all. Even though there are some elements there, like the crafting table, I guess. But yeah, now it's cool. There's also going to be RPG elements as well, like XP and skill trees. Now that's going to be interesting because I love stuff like that. I love RPG elements in survival games, so that'll be great. If we have a quick look at the pledges, not the pledges, the stretch goals. Let's see what that we actually can get with this now. So they're going to get part-time artists and programmers join full-time to accelerate feature development. That's cool. Existing world expanded, more locations added. Now that's interesting. Now I'm wondering if that means it's going to be, if they am actually going to keep it static. Never mind. More items and weapons, more special infected enemies. That's cool, with more abilities. Skill tree and XP system enhanced further. Brilliant. Additional player characters. Cool. Customization's always nice. Seasonal weather effects implemented. Great. Temperature based survival effects. Oculus Rift support. That's interesting. I don't know what to actually think of the Oculus Rift at the moment. You know, it's more of a gimmicky thing, I feel, and people use it mainly just to have a laugh with, and I think that's all it's used for at the moment, in all honesty. There's no other practical use for it yet, from what I can tell. But you know, it's cool that it's in there anyway. A lot of games seem to be trying to get the Oculus Rift support in there, and that's cool. That's cool. Enhanced professional soundtrack. Ooh, more wild animals. Mountain lions, coyotes, cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. Oh, that's cool. And animals can turn zombies too now. Zombie bears. That would be cool. I haven't really seen a game that really does that yet. Actually zombifies the animals. Not to the extent that they're saying on this anyway. Now, some items appearing below this point may appear in a post-release update, so yeah, just bear that in mind. So, character customization tools, interchangeable clothing system, expanded story mission program, and now that'll be kind of cool. It'll give you some kind of reason to be surviving instead of just surviving for the fun of it. NPC characters and merchants, and NPC controlled safe houses added. Professional voice actors hired to record lines. Multiplayer mode expanded with new features. Random world generation expanded. Oh, brilliant! So it is gonna have the random. What's a random? Random world generation. Brilliant. That's great. That's great. For some reason that one's locked, although I believe it's actually not. It did meet its quota, even though it's got that. It did meet its quota. So I believe that is actually unlocked. Major world terrain announcements. Drivable and customizable vehicles added. That's interesting. New additional NPC characters to discover and expanded story missions. That's going to be great. That's going to be great. Looking forward to that indeed. Now, as I said, I've only got beta access to this. I haven't got alpha, so I was going to wait till beta comes out, which should be sometime this month. I believe there's no hard date yet. And as with all games that are in alpha, it could be postponed for quite some time. So just bear that in mind. It's just a rough guess that hopefully I'll be covering it sometime this month. So keep an eye out for that. And lastly, let's have a very quick talk about Survive. So, for those of you that have watched my rather lengthy Survive video explaining some of the features that this game is planned to have, will know why I'm pretty excited for this game. The latest update only has a few things, a few gameplay elements added to it, so now you can actually die from zombies eating you. You can actually kill zombies as well by shooting them. And the ragdolls are hilarious. But they're cool, you know, they're pretty cool. But until there's more gameplay aspects, I don't want to do first impressions of this. I really don't. Because otherwise I'll be showing you how beautiful the trees are, how beautiful the lighting is, and how to shoot a zombie's head off. That's pretty much about it. But yeah, I've got really high hopes for this game. Also, I believe the developer, was he on holiday or something? I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember, I've read that actually. But yeah, they're going to be spending more time developing and actually updating the game now. So hopefully, we might see something at the end of September. It's not guaranteed though, so don't quote me on it. But if the updates keep coming out as quick as they are, then maybe I'll cover it. Sounds like a cracking idea. Okay, I think that's all I want to update you guys about. Really, I think that's pretty much. I've pretty much summed up what I want to do this month. Now, of course, I'll probably be carrying on with my Let's Plays as well. I'm currently doing Sir You Are Being Hunted. That is a cracking game. Even in its alpha stage, it's really good, really stable as well, which is really cool. I might continue doing some more Fort Zombie. I cannot really get enough of that game. It's really weird. It's one of those games where you hate it but you love it. Basically like roguelikes. Yeah, that's basically what it is. I've also been playing an awful lot of Killing Floor as well. Killing Floor, I don't know. There's something in the gameplay and, you know, the community as well in Killing Floor that just make you want to keep going back. It's really weird, and I've been really enjoying playing Killing Floor, like, especially on the custom servers. Currently playing one at the moment where there's a lot of different perks, and you can't actually buy anything from the trader. You've got to level up your perk to actually get the guns. It's rather unique, you know. It's a rather unique way of playing. It does mean when you start though, you have shit guns and you can't get access to anymore, which is unfortunate. But you know what? It's actually pretty cool, and yeah, I think I've been talking too much again as usual. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'll leave you with that. I don't think I've sweared once this video yet. That's very unusual of me. Bollocks. I'll see you later, guys.